Broadcasting from the creation of time to the end of the world. Buckle up, baby. This ain't your grandma's Christian show. It's time to get down and dirty on Change for That.
And welcome back, everybody, to Change for That. Another episode is on the way right now. You're lucky you just turned in. God has smiled down upon you this day. And with me, as always, well, not as always, but today, Curt Tootle.
How's it going?
Welcome back.
I'm glad to be back. I feel like I haven't recorded in about a month.
You were replaced last week by Andrew Hodges.
I was missed, though,
and
according to Miss Betty.
She gets her name dropped in every episode.
She hates it, but we're going to keep
Does she hate it? Oh,
No.
You shouldn't have told me that. Oh, she doesn't hate it?
No. I'm pretty sure she's just playing whenever she tells me that, but
tough.
maybe
now.
not.
Tough, Miss Betty. Miss Betty doesn't go to my church. It's fine.
I'll find out at church this morning.
If you go, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
She'll be the first one to bring it up in your next conference. She'll be voting you out. So.
Yeah.
But no, we're glad you're back. Of course, you and Cedric, I think, are fighting because you guys have not been on the same show together in 3 weeks. You know that?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what's happened. Before I went on vacation, you guys did some shows together, and now I think it's a racial thing. I really do.
Well,
not a Rachel thing. We'll talk about her in a minute, but I think it's a racial thing. She spells her name wrong, by the way.
Cedric hates white people.
Yeah, no, I think he just hates you.
Oh, okay.
Because
that makes more sense.
Yeah, because you're white.
Yeah.
So actually, Cedric is out of town. He is taking care of his daughter, who is going to Barnard University, up in the middle of the Georgia.
I have no idea where that is.
You really have to get out more.
I do.
You've never heard of Barnard?
No.
You never. The all-girls school?
Mm-mm.
I mean, just think of the choices you'd have had if you'd enrolled
I am a guy.
at Brigay, the guy school across the street, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why they call it Barnard, because that's every woman I've known wants everything right now.
Yeah.
It's just now. Speaking of now sitting at the end of the table, the woman who is offended by us, and her counterpart, not in life, but in this event we're talking about coming up. They're joining us.
I want to make that clear.
Very clear. Rachael Harrelson and Jeffrey Barnard. Guys, thank you all for being here. Before you say you're welcome, I want to apologize for the one microphone because things go missing when Cedric leaves. And we think he may have stolen one of our microphone cables. And pieces of equipment continue to, every time he's gone, we lose a piece of equipment. So with that being said, you have to share a mic today, so that's why it's going to sound like they're going back and forth, because they, in fact, will be. So who are we going to talk to first? All right, Rachael, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Tell everybody how you spell your name.
It is special, just like I am.
Mm-hmm. So you spell it S-P-E-C-I-A-L?
I will answer to that.
You will?
Yes.
Well, all right. I kind of picked up on that when you first came
special.
in. Yeah,
that's right.
That's right. In the eyes of God.
In the eyes of everyone.
And
right
God.
Now, because we like it
That's
right now.
That's right. Did you go to Barnard?
No, sorry. I missed out on that train.
Did you go anywhere?
No.
Back then, they probably did have to take a train.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks for calling me old.
No problem. No problem.
Feel comfortable here.
I'm just glad you picked up on it.
Uh-huh.
This is why we invite people on the show, Curt.
To offend them.
I was about to say to bruise and abuse.
That's right. That's right. We don't want you going, listen, you've got a big event coming up, and somebody's going to come up and complain. That always happens at every event, everywhere.
Conditioning.
We're getting you ready. That's exactly right. That's a good coaching term, athletic term. We're getting you ready for conditioning. Did you play any kind of athletics when you were younger?
I did.
Yeah?
Softball.
See? Softball. You got to be conditioned.
That's right.
So there you go.
Tough.
All right. Well, and that just goes to show you that not all stereotypes are true. Also with you, we've got just kidding, softball players. Also with us, we got Jeffrey Barnard. And Jeffrey, welcome to you.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You're a big guy. You got a lot of muscle over there, it looks like. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. But
little Debbie cakes now.
Is that what it is? So I'm not going to pick on you too much. Yeah. That's why I said that. Now, I noticed you're wearing a Fan the Flame shirt.
Yes, sir.
And we've been trying to push Fan the Flame. In fact, last year, before Curt ever ended up in Reidsville, Fan the Flame, we pushed it on our show one time because of Charlotte Nail asked us to do that.
Yep.
So I know that you guys are involved in working in that out. And Curt, you're now pastoring in Reidsville, and you also are pastoring.
Yes,
is it in Reidsville?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell us your church. Give your church a shout out.
I'm the youth pastor at Pine Grove Baptist Church of Reidsville, and I'm the interim pastor at Stony Hill Free Will Baptist Church. Is that Reidsville or Glenville?
In between.
Wow, that's really encouraging. You're interim there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't do any more than's expected, apparently. Don't even know the address.
Just show up.
Where do we send our letters? Don't worry about it. Just where do we send our tithes? What if they want to know that? You need to answer that question.
I don't know where it.
Do you say cash? Just make it to cash.
I don't know if it's probably a Glenville address. It's right on the line, probably. So.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just picking at you. I got you. Well, guys, all three of you are involved in Fan the Flame, and I'm excited. I didn't get to go last year, but I'm excited because Curt, you've garnered permission from these two, I guess, for us to broadcast live on the internet while we're there.
Yeah.
He hasn't asked.
Yes, I did. No, don't even pull that.
Oh, this just got better. You got to grab that mic. Okay. All right. Yeah. Obviously, you didn't go to Brenau. Okay, because they teach it there. They teach communication there. No, and that's our fault. That's our fault. Curt wanted me to run to the radio station. He was like, "Would you run over to the radio station and borrow a microphone?" You know what I told him?
No.
That's exactly what I told him. Yeah.
No, he said he didn't say that. He said, "Well, I could."
I didn't know it was bring your own mic night.
That's right. We really, this has been in the making for what, 6 months now? I think we've been trying to get you on the show. So.
It's been a while.
Well, guys, Curt, I'm going to hand it over to you, Curt, because you're involved in this thing. You guys got a lot of stuff coming up on July 22nd out at Tattnall County High School, a big event. And let me ask you this and then hand it over to you. Is it just for, are you targeting youth, or are you targeting anybody who wants to come and enjoy some great music and some great worship?
Well, this is for anybody, really. I think Jeffrey and Rachael will be able to speak more to this because I didn't go last year. But
you didn't?
Majority of what went last year was probably some younger couples to youth. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong with that, but I am wrong.
No. Yeah.
Okay. But no, it's for anybody that wants to come. It's a night of worship. We have two different bands that are going to be coming there, Unspoken and J.J. Weeks Band. And it's just going to be an awesome night full of the Holy Spirit and full of worship. So it's going to be a good time.
So you mentioned J.J. Weeks and Unspoken. I've had the opportunity to hear J.J. Weeks from 60 miles away. I don't know if you know how loud they can be. I'm glad you guys are doing this outside. How was it last year? Tell us about the turnout last year for your first event and the vision about this.
Well, the last year we had around 1,300 in attendance show up, and it was awesome. Battle Creek Drive was rattling.
Yeah,
but it was awesome. It was a stadium full of praise, worship, and good message and songs. So we really enjoyed it, and that's why we invited him back to come back this year with Unspoken.
Great. So he came last year then?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I've been able to hear him. He's been to Vidalia before, Tabernacle and some other place. That's where I heard him was Tabernacle. So that's pretty good.
One thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I know the listeners will be interested to hear this. As Chester said earlier, I've been a pastor in Reedsville since October, and kind of gotten to know you guys a little bit better and know your heart for the Lord and for people and for sharing the gospel. So what I want you to talk about is kind of share with the listeners how this whole thing came about, because that's a cool story every time you guys tell it. So share with them how this vision that you had, Jeffrey and Rachael, how it came to fruition, how it all kind of got started.
Okay. I went to the MOVE conference 2 years ago.
Before Jeffrey does that, we're going to have to give him Mike Talking 101. Okay.
I got it.
Okay. Because, I'll be glad to. So I went to the okay, go.
All right. So I went to the MOVE conference in Macon about 3 years ago, I think it was, and took the youth group from Pine Grove. And when we were there, we went down to the counseling session when about 1,000 kids come to know Christ, rededicated their lives to Christ. And I come back up, and I really felt empty at the MOVE conference, and that's hard to do for King and Country and all those there, But I was really empty, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I knew that we had so many people back home that just couldn't afford it. And I'm not degrading any concert that costs money to go to, but I just had a heart for these people and these kids that may be on the wrong path, or maybe are depressed or broken at the moment or feel shackled, and they just couldn't afford $40 or $60 a ticket to go off to Super Wow or to the MOVE conference.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually scared about it. I didn't really know how to partake or even get started in it. So I talked to my boss at work, and he's just pushing me to go for it. And then I don't know how I messaged Rachael. I still to this day don't know how I messaged Rachael. Rachael and I were not in the same clique, gang, whatever you call it. I don't know.
You got same gang? Yeah. You got gangs, Reedsville problem, gang problem?
Really. We didn't hang out together or nothing, you know, and we knew one another, but she didn't like me at all. So I don't know how it came about. But
how'd y'all end up getting married?
We don't know. but we got on the phone with one another somehow, and I told her I had to go. If I remember correctly, I said I have to go. My pastor's calling in. I have to tell him about this event.
She was shooting someone in the gang.
Yeah, she has a bird farm, a quail farm, and she was out there shooting something.
Okay, can we pause for a minute? You have a quail farm?
I do have a quail farm.
How do you
game bird farm?
How do you actually? They fly, right?
We
quail.
do. We raise our birds to fly.
How do you keep them on the farm?
We keep them in a box. It's called a barn. And
wait a minute, you're in a gang.
Yes.
And you keep animals in a
told
box.
You I was special.
You did say that.
That was a nice word for tough.
You did. Oh, is that what it is? Do you teach them to play ball?
No, actually, I teach them to fly and to eat.
Now, how do you teach them how to fly?
It's hard.
Well, would you show us how you do it?
No, that is special.
So
not
you,
you have not scheduled that into your time.
When we Facebook Live next time, we want to see you fly. So
at our farm.
So at your farm.
Yes.
So when they fly up, do you let them out, or do they have to live in the box? How do they fly in a box?
They live in a barn.
In a barn.
They have to stay in the barn.
So you let them in the barn. So you really don't have a quail farm. You really have a quail barn.
That's correct.
Okay. See, it's important to tell the truth when you're on the show.
Technicalities.
Yeah. No, that's
specifics.
straight up lying and not lying.
Much.
It's important. It's like I didn't invite you over, to the tent. I mean, this is the studio.
It looks like a house.
Well, technicalities.
She has a
point. Technicalities. So, all right, we're going to take a break. Coming back, we're going to talk more. You're invited to join us all. We're going to be there, Fan the Flame, Saturday, July 22nd at 7 p.m., Tattnall County High School, which is at 1 Battle Creek Warrior Boulevard. Is there a 2?
Negative.
No, just that one street that branches off of whatever that one street is. Yeah. What's that one street running down that perpendicular to runs parallel to the school?
Highway 23.
That's Highway 23, and then 1 Battle Creek Warrior Road, or whatever it's called, Boulevard is that road you turn to the left if you're going away from Reedsville. That's right. Yeah. All right. So we got that coming up. Everybody else in the world has got this down pat but me. We got this coming up. More about it, the Fan the Flame. We're going to give away free tickets, too, to everybody who's listening.
Yes.
That's coming up. Stick around. It's on the way right now. You're listening to Change for That.
Change for That. We'll be right back.
Well, you can be a guy or you can be a gal. You can be a Larry, Mary, Stephen, Nick, or Sal. You can be from here or you can be from there. As long as you got flavor, Zaxby's just don't care. You can be anyone and have your own flair. As long as you got flavor, Zaxby's just don't care.
And now try the flavor of hot honey mustard on the boneless wings meal. Served with crinkle fries, Texas toast, and a 22-ounce drink. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's. Indescribably good.
A lifetime of love.
In such a time of personal loss, it's hard to remember the joy our loved one has brought us.
We thought back to our happiest memories of Mom.
Pretty soon there was laughter with the tears.
Let us help your family remember a lifetime of joy.
The lifetime of love.
Memories of a Lifetime of Love. Ronald V. Hall Funeral Home.
At Vidalia Ford, we have a vehicle for every lifestyle. This is Andre Christmas, and there is no need to go out of town because we have a vehicle that best fits you. Remember, the best deals are right here at home at Vidalia Ford, Highway 280 East.
I know you don't like to wait at the doctor's office when you're sick. That's why the Acute Care Clinic in Vidalia has expanded their staff to see you quicker with their new Fast Track program for urgent and sick visits. They have extended weekday hours and are also open on Saturday and Sunday. Call them at 537-9488 or drop by any day of the week for easy access to quality care. The Acute Care Clinic, your time, your health, our priority.
Back to the show. Change for That.
And welcome back, everybody, to Change for That. So we're talking about Fan the Flame, and Curt Tootle is with us as, again, I wanted to say as always, but that's not accurate, is it? As used to be. And with us, we've got Rachael Harrelson and Jeffrey Barnard, and they are joining us from the Fan the Flame. Big event coming up on July 22nd. Before the break, I said that it was free. We're giving away free tickets.
Yes.
So right now, if you're listening, you win. Because the concert is free, and Jeffrey, you were talking about that before the break. You said that really impressed upon you to have something like this. Let's finish where we interrupted. Rachel interrupted with the story about her birds.
All right, yeah. But anyway, I got in touch with Rachael by accident. Honestly, it wasn't by accident by God's working, but it was by accident for me dialing her up. But anyway, we were talking, and I told her I had to go, and she's like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" And I explained to her what I had in my mind, and come to find out, Rachael had the same vision 5 years prior.
Yeah.
Where she had actually even set out some folders, and she still had those folders. And we both went to our pastors at that point, and they supported us 100% to go for it. We did not have any idea what kind of work it was going to be, but we're blessed that God has gotten us through the first year, and we see it just continuously growing from where it started.
So, give us an example. Give the listeners an example of what a Fan the Flame night looks like. What from start to finish? What does a Fan the Flame night look like? Sorry if you heard that. That was really loud.
That's a powerful mic you got there, Rachel.
It's like her bird's flying.
Special.
I know.
I am.
That's picking up really good, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you get closer to it?
She's scared
I'm right
now.
Here. I know it's so loud.
So a typical Fan the Flame night, what does it look like from start to finish? What's going to go on?
From my start to finish, or from when someone
from
shows
a I guess you would say visitor, from a guest.
For someone attending Fan the Flame, when they get there, you probably hear it on 23.
Fix his mic. Fix his mic.
It will not stay.
You just keep moving it all.
Well, it is.
We've had more mic problems in this show.
Look.
They make medicine for that mic. It's called tape. Here, there's some right here. Rachel? What's the matter?
I had a little red.
It's a Christian show, Rachel.
I know it's hot in here.
Yeah,
not your grandmother's.
It is not Grandma's Christian show. That's right. So yeah. Anyway, sorry about that, Rachel. Could you not pull the cord like that? I feel like we've put this Wayne's World. We've put this together in our basement now. We're all duct taped and twisted around small cords. And by the way, during the break, for folks that want to know what we're talking about, we tried desperately to fix the microphone problem that we had earlier, and I thought we had done a good job.
Seems to be working perfect to me.
It's working now.
We're not going to win any awards for this show. I guess. This is not, by the way, how Fan the Flame is going to run.
No.
It's going to be much more. What do you guys mean by that?
No.
Because Rachael walks around with a clipboard, a taser, and
a stick.
Yeah, a stick. She's got like a whole security squad that follows her around.
So now we know now what a typical night with Rachel's going to be like at Fan the Flame. It's going to be like having the president there.
Yeah,
back to poor Jeffrey has been interrupted 8 times by stuff. Jeffrey, what's a typical night for the fans?
It is just a cool night of 3 hours or so of praise and worship. It honestly is. Last year we had some speakers. We had 3 or 4 speakers. 4 speakers, some 2 from that were local, and 2 from Alabama, and one from Alabama and 1 from Tennessee.
Right.
They actually speak at the ramp and things like that. But this year we wanted to give JJ and Unspoken the chance to minister through their music. So a typical night this year would be when they pull up, we hope they'd bring a chair with them and or a towel or a blanket, and they sit out and they enjoy the show. We put a lot of effort into this, and it's through God's provisions that we're able to do this. For people to come out and not have to worry about pulling anything out of their pocket, to be able to come to a nice concert, nice Christian concert, and worship God, and it not cost them any money. We're going to burn the house down before we leave.
Is that going to be here, or is that going to be at Fan the Flame? Where are we burning that? I may be electrocuted in the next few minutes here. Well, let me ask you this: what most important part of that, second to salvations, is food. What do people do about food out there?
Food, yes. Am I talking? Am I? Okay. Hey, I can hear me now.
All the time.
Yeah, we have concessions, and one of the things that goes along with what Jeffrey was saying was we had the heart of this is not a profit type event. And so our concessions are exactly what we get it for. If that lollipop cost us 50 cents, that's what we're selling it for. That hot dog's $1 or whatever. So we have typical concessions, hot dogs, nachos, and then the candy. We did have ice cream Dairy Queen Dilly bars last year. that we're working on. We're going to have those back.
So it's important. It's important for people to bring money, but not for admission.
Right. We also have shirts for sale. We have Fan the Flame T-shirts for sale, and then the bands both will have merchandise tables as well, so you can get their CDs and their shirts and their things, and they actually support Compassion International, which is an awesome organization as well, and that'll be out there. Now,
if people want to find out more information about this, or they want to be reminded of it or something like that, you've got Facebook. You also have a newly launched website, right?
Yes, it's www.fantheflamega.com. I'll have all the information, and no, you don't have to have any special ticket. You just have a ticket because we just love you. So just show up and you're good. But it has all that information.
Okay, so no need to have a ticket. Just show up and bring your money for snacks and food. Can they bring food and stuff in, or no?
Yes, we just prefer no glass bottles. That's actually the school policy there, but nobody's sitting there checking, making sure you don't have Doritos in your pocketbook.
So no glass bottles. But if they were to pour their Captain Morgan into a
plastic
solo cup, they would still not be able to do it because it's not that kind of event.
That's right. And we have about 15 to 20 law enforcement officers that are there to make sure that doesn't happen.
I'm going to offend. Are you ready? And this is absolutely no radio station endorsed this. Curt does not endorse this. Jeffrey and Rachel do not endorse this. I am about to offend everybody when I say this. It is not the Onion Festival. I love the Vidalia Onion Festival. They will not be sponsoring this show. I love them, but I'm going to tell you why what I don't like about it. Do you guys know what I don't like about it? You're laughing like it's, you can't believe I've gone there. The alcohol sales.
Yeah.
I just you know what? And you know what the first argument people make when I say that? Well, if you go, and this is how they talk when they say that. It's how critics of mine talk like that. Well, if you go to the Braves game, or you go to the the restaurant, they got a bar and they got a. You know what they don't have? They don't have 1,000 unruly drunks running around my 5-year-old.
That's right.
Amen.
Yes.
So nanny nan to all you naysayers out there. Now that being said, if the Onion Festival Committee decides they want to sponsor change for that, I'll be fine with them drinking. So, no, but all seriousness, great family event going on out there in Reedsville, July 22nd, guys. And Curt, I want to say it again in case folks haven't listened. We're going to be broadcasting live. We may do some Facebook Live out there, but we're going to be streaming live on our Spreaker account. So you can download the Smith Street Baptist Church app, and then go to Other, and then go to Media. And the change for that link is in there, so you can actually listen through that app on your phone. If we can get another sponsor for the second half of the year, just in case you guys know anybody, I'm ready to go with what Curt's been wanting to do for about 3 months now, and that's launch the very first change for that app, so you can have your own show app.
Well, Curt and Destiny ought to be able to sponsor. They've been selling a lot of Rainbow vacuum cleaners. So.
No, we haven't.
Did you? Oh, you guys. Oh, we just finished ours.
She is going to look at a car.
We have about a month left, but
you got a month left.
Yeah.
How many more rainbows do you have?
I think we need 4.
You better hurry up.
Yeah.
I can't believe you already have a month because we finished ours. We got paid today, or last week.
Yeah.
They don't do it on Sundays.
There's the sponsorship.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we listen. After everything was said and done, we made $2. After everything is said and done, $2. All right, Fan the Flame going on at the Tattnall County High School. We're going to take a break, come back. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. We're here with Jeffrey Barnard and Rachael Harrelson. I'm Chester. He's Curt. Cedric is MIA, but he'll be back hopefully next week, and Curt probably won't be here then.
Change for that. We'll be right back.
Well, you can be a guy or you can be a gal. You can be a Larry, Mary, Stephen, Nick, or Sal. You can be from here or you can be from there. As long as you got flavor, Zaxby's just don't care. You can be anyone and have your own flair. As long as you got flavor, Zaxby's just don't care.
And now try the flavor of hot honey mustard on the boneless wings meal. Served with crinkle fries, Texas toast, and a 22-ounce drink. Friends, family, flavor. Zaxby's. Indescribably good.
A lifetime of love.
In such a time of personal loss, it's hard to remember the joy our loved one has brought us.
We thought back to our happiest memories of Mom.
Pretty soon there was laughter with the tears.
Let us help your family remember a lifetime of joy.
The lifetime of love.
Memories of a lifetime of love. Ronald V. Hall Funeral Home.
At Vidalia Ford, we have a vehicle for every lifestyle. This is Andre Christmas, and there is no need to go out of town because we have a vehicle that best fits you right here at Vidalia Ford. And we want to sweeten the deal with great savings on 2017 cars, trucks, and SUVs. Right now, you can get the 2017 Ford Focus, Ford Fusion, or Ford Mustang with up to $5,500 in total savings. Or we're offering up to $8,000 on 2017 Ford Expeditions. Remember, the best deals are right here at home at Vidalia Ford, Highway 280 East.
I know you don't like to wait at the doctor's office when you're sick. That's why the Acute Care Clinic in Vidalia has expanded their staff to see you quicker with their new Fast Track program for urgent and sick visits. They have extended weekday hours and are also open on Saturday and Sunday. Call them at 537-9488 or drop by any day of the week for easy access to quality care. The Acute Care Clinic, your time, your health, our priority.
Back to the show. Change for that.
All right, welcome back to Change for That. During the break, we're talking about personal stuff. Not going to tell you either what we're talking about because you're going to have to go over there. Rachel, I'm sorry.
Rachel said we couldn't talk.
Rachel
forgot to mention that.
Rachel can't talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, Rachel, we only got 4 minutes left in the show, so during the break, we pulled your our producer pulled your microphone from you. But anyhow, we're talking about personal stuff, not going to tell you what is going on in these folks' lives, but I do wish you both the very best.
Thank you.
In your divorces. And
Negative, we rebuke that.
That's right. Not claiming that. Not claiming it at all.
Next session will have his wife and my husband on with you.
Oh, are they involved too?
Yes, very much so.
Great rumors to get. You know, this show airs not only on the internet, but in Vidalia and Hazelhurst. So a lot of folks listening are hearing this. And Curt is embarrassed. Kurt's sitting here going, I will never.
He's pretty red.
I'm not going to bring my friends back.
He is. He says, I'm not inviting them back anymore. Chester does this to all our guests. He's ridiculous.
I'm used to it.
I've done it to you for years.
Yeah.
But they're not. No, you know what? In all seriousness, I appreciate you coming on. It's fun. We enjoy it. If we're not laughing and having a good time and cutting up, then it becomes your grandma's Christian show.
Thank you.
That's right.
So we don't want it to be that. Anything else, guys? We got about. I tell you what, we'll give you the honor of having our one more thing segment. Do you think that's fair, Curt?
I think it's cool.
Want to know what they really think? It's time for One More Thing.
All right, so our One More Thing segment talks about anything you want to talk about. I mean, imagine you want to talk in the next 2.5, 3 minutes about Fan the Flame, but it can be anything. It can be whatever's on your heart, whatever's on your mind, and then we'll recap the One More Flame, Fan the Flame, rather, with that. So get the mic, pick it up, take it out of the stand. Pick the mic up, put it near your face, act like you're kissing it, and tell us one more thing.
Yeah, the Bible tells us to go out and spread His word. Thank you, Rachel, for giving me a black eye with the microphone. We want everyone to know that everyone is welcome.
Yeah.
No matter the age.
Yeah.
This is your typical youth concert. This is a ministry where we reach out to folks that are lost and broken. And they can be doing great. Yeah. But we want people to come out and take advantage of what God's given us the provisions of providing as a ministry in our area.
Yeah.
We don't have to drive an hour and a half away to have it. And it's all supported by local churches and people coming out and just saying, hey, God's laid on my heart to donate you this amount of money for a stage. God has made sure for those provisions. So we just want to make sure that we let everyone know that everyone is welcome to this event.
All right, we got less than a minute.
One of the cool things about Fan the Flame is it's not just an event. It is a ministry. We have quarterly meetups called Fan the Flame Extended. Every quarter we go to different areas all over Tattnall County. The first one we always promoted at the event, so it'll be in Glenville area. We have music and speakers, and it's awesome. So it's a quarterly meetup. It continues on.
All right, Fan the Flame, check it out. It's going to be July 22nd, 7 o'clock that evening at the Tattnall County High School out on the football field. And is that right, the football field?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
And I just want to make sure. It's 1 Battle Creek Warrior Boulevard in Reedsville. Visit them online at fantheflamega.com. or on Facebook as well. Curt, we got about 10 seconds, buddy. Anything before we get out of here?
Just want to thank you guys for being on the show, and I'm glad you're here.
All right, I lied. 20 seconds. You can make that longer.
You can't do that to me.
I'm sorry. Also, check us out on Facebook. Make sure that you do so. We want to be an insider with you. We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Change for That. We'll catch you next time.